want to say is, this is our waterfront. It's our waterfront. It's our waterfront. It's our waterfront. Our waterfront. It's our waterfront. It's our waterfront. Okay, our waterfront. Fantastic. All right. It's so wonderful to have you here, and we've got an amazing number of people who want to speak to you about their care and passion for this particular part of our city. I'm going to speak more fully at the end, but I want to tell you how many people have told me, new citizens to Australia, people from other parts of Australia who've driven over that bridge there, come into our city and said they've landed in heaven. And we know it. This is an amazing community.
You get us that concert hall.
We're going to talk about the concert hall as well, and I did promise, and I did get a commitment of $15 million from the federal government to go ahead, and it was matched by Gosford Council. But you might remember Labor didn't get elected, and we haven't got that, and we haven't got a commitment from the federal government. We do need an arts precinct. We do need community space. We need is some transparency instead of the terrible secrecy that has shrouded this entire development. There is more to say and there is more to do, but Gosford will not stand for this. We will not have this disgraceful, this ugly brown brick building for the Australian Tax Office imposed on us, lasting on our foreshore long after this shameful government is gone. We will not stand for it. Day one in the campaign. Well, maybe it's day 7. But it's the beginning of a campaign to hold an arrogant government to account. We need to fight. This is the beginning, not the end. Now, there's plenty of fight to be had, and there are many, many people who have put the word out in the community, who have perspectives of care about this community. We can work together to make sure that we stand against self-interest by people who would develop this site for their own personal monetary gain at the cost of our community.
At the cost of the children!
But I'm going to hand over without further ado. Actually, I've made one mistake already. I should have begun in the correct way. I'm just a bit heated about this at the moment. So can I pull back to a respectful position to say, I acknowledge the Darkin young people and the Guringai people on whose land we gather today, and I pay my respect to elders past and present. This is our land. This is our space. This is our community, and it's our time to make sure that we do something with it that is a benefit to the entire coast. Yes, jobs, but not at the cost of community infrastructure and community space. I'm going to hand over to David Harris, the member for a while. He's giving a round of applause, an amazing contributor to our local community. David Harris.
Thank you, Devon. Can I too pay my respects to elders, both past and present? And as an educator, say what a solemn duty we have to educate the young Indigenous people who will be the elders of tomorrow. And it's appropriate that we say that on this site, the site of a former school. There are many people here who would remember something called the Gosford Challenge. Hands up if you remember the Gosford Challenge. That was the community consultation that they asked people what they wanted to have happen with our waterfront. We spent a lot of time on it. There was a lot of commitment from the public, and it was a big decision to move a historic public school from this site. That's not something that you do very easily. And the reason the community went along with it, in the end, they didn't like it, but they went along with it in the end because they were assured that this space would be for public use. It would be used for the community. What's happened since, this shameful state government has totally thrown away all of that public consultation. They've ignored it, and they're going for the cheap option to get money, as they are right across the state. And in my electorate, we're now fighting to to stop the sale of Wyong Grove school site, another school site. They're doing it to get money as quickly as they can. They're not talking to the community, they're not listening. And what we're getting is bad planning and bad development that we will have to live with for a long, long time. And it's just